Learning target 5 is on multiplication, and we're going to be looking at more than just our multiplication charts. So we're going to take a look at a couple of different methods that use number sense to multiply two-digit numbers, and more. You can actually expand this to as many digits as you have. So the first method I'm going to show you is called the box method, and we start by setting up a box. And we need as many rows and columns as we have digits in our numbers. So since I have two-digit numbers, I need 2 rows and 2 columns. And then we split up our digits using place values. So 64 becomes 60 plus 4, and 87 becomes 80 plus 7. And then we multiply. We're kind of finding the area of each box that we just made. So the 80 by 60 box, 8 times 6 is 48, and we have 2 zeros, so it's 4,800. 80 times 4, 8 times 30, 8 times 4 is 32, with 1 0 on the 8. 7 times 60, 7 times 6 is 420. And then 7 times 4 gives us 28. And then we add the areas together to get the total area of the box, or the answer to our multiplication. And I use this, again, using place value, like I did with the decimals. So I've got one number in the thousands, and then I've got a number, I'm looking at my hundreds, I've got 800, plus 300 is 1100, plus 400 is 1500. And then I look at the tens, and I've got 20, plus 20 is 40, plus 20 is 60. And we've got that lone 8 in the ones digit. And then I add them together. 4,000 plus 1,000 is 5,000. I've got just the 500 in the hundreds place, and 68. So that is my answer. The next question, I'm going to show you the distributive property to solve it. So we're going to start by splitting our numbers up the same way that we split up our numbers on part A. I'm going to put my equals and the negative sign so that I don't forget my answer is negative, because I'm not going to use the negatives when I'm multiplying. So I split up my 39 as 30 plus 9, and I split up my 53 as 50 plus 3. And then I distribute, so I'm going to take my 30 and distribute it to everything in the second set of parentheses. So 30 times 50 gives me 1,500, and then 30 times 3 gives me 90. Now that I've distributed my 30, I'm going to go to my 9 and distribute that to everything as well. So 9 times 50 is 450, and 9 times 3 is 27. And then I'm going to add my numbers the same way that I added my numbers with the box method, by using place value. So I've got one value in the thousands place, 1,000. And then adding my hundreds, I've got 500 plus 400 gives me 900. And then I'm going to add my tens digits together. 90 plus 50 is 140. Plus 20 is 160, and then again that lone digit in the ones place, 7. Now this time I'm going to have to do a little bit more carrying, because I've got the 1,000, but the 900 plus 100 gives me another 1,000, and then there aren't any left over for the hundreds place, so then I've got my 67. But I am not going to forget that my answer is negative, because a negative times a positive is negative. We're going to take a look at a word problem, multiplying two-digit numbers. Mr. Highland's ordering sweatshirts that cost $18 each, and he orders 75 of them. So in order to determine how much he paid for all of the sweatshirts, we have to figure out what 75 times 18 is. What I would like you to do is pause the video, choose the method that you like, either the box method or the distributive property, and multiply these two numbers together, and then restart the video to check your answer. So I'm going to do this with the box method, because my guess is you've seen distributive property before, and you may not have seen the box method, so we'll go over that one more time. We've got two two-digit numbers, 70 plus 5, and 18 is 10 plus 8. 10 times 70 is 700, 10 times 5 is 50, 70 times 8 is 560, and 8 times 5 is 40. So adding my numbers together using place value, I've got 700 plus 500 is 1200. Looking at my tens digits, I've got 50 plus 60 is 110, plus 40 is 150, plus, actually, I don't even need that because we don't have any digits in the ones place. Sorry, I just lost too much. That's 150. So then we get 1200 plus 150 is 1350. And make sure you label your answer when it's a word problem. He paid $13.50 for these sweatshirts.